Happy Saturday night, everybody, and welcome into Goodyear Hall here on the east side of Akron, Ohio, for another NFPL matchup. Your Akron Vulcans getting set to take on the Midwest Futsal Club, better known as MWFC. Ben Thomas with you here on the broadcast. Going to have 40 minutes of action-packed futsal for you tonight. And really, folks, when we look at our matchup tonight, two teams in very different places. When you look at the Vulcans, 4-1 on the season, 12 points in the bag, a goal differential of plus 14, a team really in their first season hitting their stride, playing some very good ball right now. Let's flip to the other side. Midwest, not going so hot so far. 0-5, minus 47 in the goal differential. If you talk to the coaches, they'd never admit it. Coach talk every night matters. Every game's a big game. But really, when you look at the standings, when you look at the stats, when you look at the East Division here in the NFPL, like I said earlier, two teams really in different places. But again, the Vulcans have a job to do tonight, and we'll see if they can get it done. We'll have the opening ceremony coming up for you. Griff Allen and Tim Team are going to take over to bring you those festivities, and then we'll get things going about 8:05. Remember, the last time we were here, the Vulcans took on Columbus Futsal, and it was a really good performance. Juan Pablo Emma had the brace, 2 goals to get things going. The Vulcans would add 2 more. Columbus, they'd add a goal late to break the shutout, but still a very good performance for the Akron Vulcans. And that's all they've done so far, folks, is win. They went up to Michigan to take on MWFC, got a 7-3 win there. They also took care of business out in Chicago as they took on Tri-Sub. So 2 straight road wins, compound that with the home win, and actually you can go all the way back to when they took on Ann Arbor on January 11th. Really riding high right now. Otto Orff having these guys playing real well, but Otto Orff will not be here tonight. He is in Kansas City. We want to wish Coach Otto good luck with the women's national futsal team. They are seeking their 3rd straight title. So Coach Otto, we know you're watching, know you're tuning in. Best of luck to you out there in Kansas City. So tonight for the Vulcans, it'll be Nick Maletti controlling things from the sidelines. Nick, more than 22 years playing, studying and coaching the goalkeeper position and other areas of the game of futsal. And, you know, down on the floor before the game was talking to Nick, and I said, Coach Maletti, you got any notes for me? He goes, no, we're playing pretty well. And when you're a coach, that's one of the best statements you can get. Like I said, the Vulcans playing some real good futsal now. Again, we'll have the starting lineups coming for you here in a little bit. We'll have the opening ceremonies, the national anthem, all that good stuff. I want to thank you for tuning in. Saturday night, a little chilly. Snow's kind of picking up off the ground outside, starting to die down after the snowy week we had. But it's hot here inside of Goodyear Hall. Again, the Vulcans looking to win another game. And if you take a look at the East standings, the Vulcans atop with 12 points. The Mud Puppies have 9, as well as Columbus Futsal. Lansing with 1 point coming off of a tie, and MWFC sitting at the bottom. On the other side, at the West Division, ABK in first place. They have 16 points, leading the entire NFPL. Indy is in second with 11 points. AFA in third with 10. Bari has 8 points. And Candace, who we will see here next week at Goodyear Hall, the 22nd, a Saturday, a week from tonight, 8 o'clock kick. We will see Candace taking on your Akron Vulcans. So we're getting ready to go here. MWFC wrapping up their warm-up. A beautiful night here inside of Goodyear Hall. Again, the Vulcans and MWFC getting ready to get things going. And right now, MWFC is going back to their locker room. The officials and coaches having one final word. The staff getting in place. And we're getting ready to get set to go here inside of Goodyear Hall. Again, if you're new to the sport, you're new to the game of futsal, some differences between futsal and soccer. We'll be explaining some of those as the game goes on. We'll try to educate you if you're new to the sport, get you introduced to not just the Vulcans and their developing history, but we'll get you introduced to the NFPL, we'll get you introduced to the game itself, and of course we'll give you some fun facts here inside of Goodyear Hall. But if you want to check out a game, you got many opportunities to come do that. Obviously, like I said, Candace coming up next week, February 22nd. That kick at 8 o'clock. 13 games total. The Vulcans have 6 of them at home. The next one after that will come on March 14th as they host Lansing City. And then on the 27th of March, the Ann Arbor Mud Puppies come to town. And then the final one, it's a Friday, April 10th, as they take on ABK. And again, ABK off to a great start. We're going to step out real quick. The opening ceremony is up next. It's Ben Thomas with you here at VulcanFutsal.com. And welcome back. It's Ben Thomas with you, VulcanFutsal.com. The Vulcans getting ready to take on MWFC, the second home game of the campaign for the Vulcans. They sit 4-1, first place in the East. We're actually getting ready to send you down to the floor. Griff Allen and Tim Tima will have the pregame ceremony. Let's send it down there now as the guys are getting into position. It's VulcanFutsal.com.
There's a Goodyear Hall. Tim Tima, your host, we're down here with you as we introduce tonight's officials who will officiate tonight's game. Please welcome Brett Wilner, Aiden Parente, Jason Carnack, and Steve Milhone. Your officials for tonight's action. goalkeeper, number 0, Zach Shook. Number 4, Abdul Asamahe. Number 10, Jadidiga Depoche. Number 12, your captain, Colin Adams. And number 14, Ivan Guillermo. Put your hands together for
And there they go. Griff Allen and Tim Tima getting you ready for Akron Vulcan Futsal here at Goodyear Hall. You heard the starting lineups. We'll go through them again, and we will start with the visitors from MWFC. In between the pipes and goalie, it'll be Zach Shook donning the numberless goalie jersey, but we'll call him number 0. Abdul Isela will start as well. And then it'll be Davida Depoche, Colin Adams, and Ivan P. Nergo. That's your starting 5 for MWFC. For your Vulcans in goal, it'll be Gustavo Gomez. He dons the number 0. Franco Grigio will start at ala, number 19. Juan Pablo Emma at the pivot. They call him Pipi. He wears number 22. Luciano Gonzalez will play fixo. He's number 23. And then probably the most physical player on the field today, it'll be Kevin Blackwood, also at pivot, to complete that 3-1 formation. We got a t-shirt toss going on right now. So we will give you the officials assigned to tonight's game by the NFPL. It'll be Brett Wilner, Jason Karnak, Hayden Parente, and Steve Miholman. They are donning their green officiating jerseys tonight. The final t-shirt being tossed by Kevin Blackwood has reached the seats, and we're getting ready for 40 minutes of action-packed futsal here at VulcanFutsal.com. I want to thank our friends from 12 Ounce Sports tonight as well, doing a great job here inside of Goodyear Hall. Brett Wilner has the ball at the center circle. He'll place it down, and we'll be all set, ready to rock. Again, if you're new to the game of futsal, if you're new to the Akron Vulcans, we're going to give you a little education tonight as we try to do each and every broadcast. But we saw the sign being held up by the fans there a little bit ago. Forge history. That's exactly what this team is trying to do. Blackwood with the ball at his feet, getting ready to get things going. He'll get the kickoff going, and the Vulcans and MWFC will be underway. Glad to have you on board here tonight. Beautiful Saturday, yet chilly here in Akron, Ohio. The whistle's blown, the ball is kicked, and we're underway. It's the Vulcans and MWFC. And these fans are already loud. We have a drum up in the upper deck here. Little by little growing are the Akron Vulcans. Nice defensive play there by MWFC as Depoche has the ball at his feet and MWFC sets it up. Again, you see the ball at the feet of the players. A little different, a size 4 ball as compared to a size 5 ball. Low bouncing. The soccer ball has 30% more bounce when you watch a soccer game as compared to here in futsal. But MWFC, again, they're coming into this game minus 47 in goal differential. So you got to think they're going to try to control the ball as much as possible, keep it out of the feet of the Vulcans, because as we've seen with this Vulcans team, they can be deadly when they get on the attack. Bad pass there, crosses the end line, and it'll go to the hand of Gustavo Gomez. One of the differences here in futsal, the goalie throw, it's not a goal kick like soccer. Gustavo, when it goes off the end line, he will pick the ball up and throw it. But then on the sidelines, or as it's more formally called the touch line, the players will kick the ball in. A little different here in futsal, but very, very fun to watch. And when the ball goes out of bounds, you also only have 4 seconds, 4, to get it back in. So fast pace, fast intensity, just fast all the way around as MWFC trying to get something going. And there it is! Out of nowhere, the Vulcans are on the board. It's Franco Grillo. MWFC really just falling asleep. Franco gets the ball to his left foot and puts it in. And just like that, the Akron Vulcans lead 1-0. That came out of nowhere. And your leaders in the East in the NFPL are on the board early. What a play by Grillo. My goodness, just when I'm saying it can go fast, it happened fast. Franco with a one-time strike, put it right in the back of the net, and really, Zach Shook, the goalie for MWFC, had no shot as MWFC kicks it out of bounds. Yes, yet again, the Vulcans will get the ball in a threatening position. Juan Pablo Emma will kick it back in. Again, you see the official counting. 1, 2. He got the 2. He gets that 4-second count. Here comes Grigio, but a nice play by MWFC. And you might be wondering, folks, why Vulcans? Why the Akron Vulcans? Hate to give you too much because we might miss something here as the Vulcans are just totally dominating possession in these last couple seconds as the ball goes back to Gustavo. Oh, nearly put in by Kevin Blackwood. A nice ball from Gustavo Gomez. The length of the floor, but it goes out of bounds for a goalie throw. But in Roman mythology, the Vulcan was the god of fire and blacksmithing. He wielded a powerful hammer and was responsible for forging the precision weapons of the gods. In 1839, Charles Goodyear combined sulfur, fire, and rubber and invented the process for making rubber, Akron, Ohio, of course, durable, known as vulcanization. That's where Vulcans comes from. And the Vulcans trying to forge more goals. We saw Franco Grigio put one in the back of the net to give the Vulcans the early 1-0 lead. Real nice crowd on hand here at Goodyear Hall. We got the Vulcan superfans sitting across from me, banging on the drum, being loud, trying to be that extra player, as you call them in basketball, the sixth man. We'll call them that here again in futsal. But early on, Vulcans dominating it. In MWFC, you can tell, folks, they're just trying to possess the ball, and they're not having much success. The ball nearly put in by Kevin Blackwood. He came up empty. But MWFC really struggling. This nice pressing attack by the Vulcans as it goes off of Pepe. Again, if you're just tuning in, if you missed the pregame show, head coach Otto Orff, not with the team tonight. He's in Kansas City with the women's national futsal team. They're seeking their third straight title. So good luck to Coach Otto and the girls out there in Kansas City. But he's hoping his team here in Akron can come away with another 3 points as Kevin Blackwood keeps it in bounds, gets it in there, but it's nice play there by the goalie Zach Shook and goes out of bounds across the touchline. Vulcans possessing the ball in the attacking half. 1-0 early on for the good guys. And Kevin Blackwood fighting for the ball. Last touch an MWFC player. It'll be a corner kick. And it looks like PP will take it for the Vulcans. And this is exactly, folks, what we saw against Columbus. This Vulcans team they need one step. They need 1 inch. But now they got to defend as MWFC coming on the attack. But a nice play there by Emma getting the ball back. He'll try to control it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Vulcans. But like I was saying, this team only needs a moment, and they can turn that moment into a game-changing moment. They look to add another goal here. Emma on the left side. Back to Grigio. Nearly into a third position, but here comes MWFC on the counter. They decide to decline that, and they will pull it back out. Nick Maletti in charge tonight for Coach Otto Orff. Maletti, 22 years playing, studying, and coaching. Specializes with the goalkeeper position. He knows it all, though. Played in the NCSL for 4 years, following a great high school career. Has many other accolades. And talking to Coach Nick before the game, he said, we're playing real well right now. We hope to continue that tonight. Again, playing a team that kind of limps in here at 0-5, but you got to bring your best every single night. You only get 13 games to try to forge your way into the playoffs. Here come the Vulcans on the attack, and oh no, it's in for an own goal. Blackwood was there. Big physical guy, not afraid to get dirty. He just planted right in front of the goal, but the ball didn't even need to get to him as Asela put it on the back of the net. And if you're MWFC and your goal differential is now -49, that's probably the last thing you wanted to see, handing the Vulcans essentially a goal. With that attack, with that setup, could Blackwood have put it in himself? Probably. But MWFC giving a gift to the Vulcans, and hey, the Vulcans will take it. The Vulcans will absolutely take it. Hope you're having a good Saturday night. Thanks for tuning in here on VulcanFutsal.com as the visitors MWFC trying to regroup. And folks, while we have a moment, if you see a player come onto the floor and you might be thinking, Well, they never had a substitution. They never blew it dead. How'd they get on the floor? Let me explain it to you. There's the substitution zone. It's right by the bench for each team. Both players have to be in that spot. If they get in that spot, they can make a substitution. It's almost like a hockey sub concept. But if you see players kind of jumping in, as we see Sammy Matemwa, the captain tonight, donning that captain band, he is now in for the Vulcans following the timeout. You see Blackwood pressing again. Ball is stolen by the Vulcans. Here comes Grigio. Gets it to Sammy and back to Grigio. The Vulcans will set up. Blackwood looked for the give and go, was not quite there. But no harm, no foul as the Vulcans get another shot at it. As that ball skates out of bounds, it'll go back to the Vulcans. They'll get a kick along the touchline. Again, Goodyear Hall, great venue here for the Vulcans. Not just a futsal arena, though. A multi-purpose facility. There's housing. There's many other things that go on here. You know, you're driving down the highway. You're driving on the east side of the east side of Akron, and you see the nearly another own goal, but it's stopped there by Shook. But you see the signage of Goodyear up above. We'll tell you more about Goodyear Hall and all the things that it brings to the Akron area as we continue throughout the broadcast. And just a miscommunication there from MWFC. And Blackwood leading the charge on this, but you can tell the Vulcans came out with a purpose tonight. They wanted to press as Sammy sends one, just a little bit wide. Sammy Matemwa donning that captain's band tonight. As Ahmed Adeb checks in for the Vulcans. But the one thing I noticed, folks, you know, I went down on the floor and watched both teams warm up. The Vulcans, it just appears to have more manpower tonight. MWFC didn't travel a whole lot as the ball's picked off there. Nice play by the Vulcans defense. They didn't travel a whole lot. They had some guys not come, make the trip. They're really as that's a Deb with the shot to no avail. It will be, looks like it's going to be a corner, though, so the Vulcans will keep the ball. But just on paper, and when you look at the matchup, just from a pure numbers standpoint, it looks like they're kind of up against it tonight. But the Vulcans have to take care of business, and so far they've done that with the 2-0 lead. As they try to add goal number 3 here midway through the first half. Sammy with the ball, kicks it back out. They'll set up. And you can see, folks, the Vulcans just corners, winning the ball, winning 50-50 balls, being the more aggressive team, and I'd go as far to say being the more dominant team so far. And you can tell Otto Orff and Nick Maletti, they've instilled in these guys, hey, we believe. We know we can hang with anybody in this league, and so far they've done that and then some with their 4-1 record. Ball out of bounds, it'll go to MWFC. Sammy right there could not control it. Folks, if you want to come out to a game and you're saying, hey, I love watching the broadcast, I want to see a game in person, as MWFC struggling to keep possession and the Vulcans attacking half, but they get it back out. But you're thinking, hey, I want to come watch a game. Your next opportunity to do that comes next Saturday. We'll be right back here, February 22nd, another 8 o'clock kick as Candace comes to town. Should be another game, but the Vulcans have a good shot to pick up 3-point shot. There goes to no avail. It'll be a throw-in for Gustavo Gomez. Nice defensive play there from MWFC. They're on the counterattack. Ball to the foot. It's a little bit wide there. And that was Ivan Pernengo. Tried to get it onto his left foot. Gustavo forced him out wide. Good play by the goalie. No avail there on the counter as, well, Akron not wasting any time. Back the other way. But if you're just tuning in, it was Franco Grigio who got the Vulcans on the board with a really nice left-footed strike, and then it was an own goal by Abdul Azela for MWFC. That's how we have our 2-0 score as Sammy Matemwa gets it to the right wing. Luciano Gonzalez there on the shot attempt. I don't know if it was a shot attempt, maybe more of a pass, but MWFC takes the ball back over. I actually believe we have not seen a foul yet, which is a little bit odd. But if either of these teams accumulates 5 fouls, it'll result in a penalty kick from the second penalty spot, which is a little bit extended from the penalty area that you see donned in yellow tape here in Goodyear Hall in the goalie area. But we'll get to that as we move along. Again, no fouls either way for either team. And Matemwa dancing. Matemwa with a shot, no avail. And it's, nearly put back in. A great defensive play there from Alex Zelensky. I believe it was Lucas Brullo with that shot attempt for the Vulcans as it goes back out of bounds. Left foot straight, nearly goes in, but it's just a little bit wide. That was Luciano Gonzalez with the shot attempt, but it goes to no avail. Again, 2-0 Vulcans, about 10 minutes to go here in the first half of play. And I mentioned earlier, Sammy Matemwa, the captain tonight for the Vulcans, 6 foot, 165 pounds. From Zambia. Real name is Samuel. He goes by Sammy. His favorite music artists are J. Cole, Lupe Fiasco, as well as some others. MWFC back on the attack. Nice play, though. That was Pepe, but it will result in a corner kick for MWFC. We've seen MWFC threatened a couple of times. Gustavo Gomez has made some really nice plays. The defense has made some really nice plays. As dangerous as they were, they really never threatened, if that makes sense. They didn't really come close to putting the ball in the back of the net, but they're still keeping Gustavo Gomez on his heels a little bit. Not as much as they probably would like, but Gustavo doing a great job so far, as well as the defense here for the Vulcans. Here comes Pepe. Pepe with a chip. Pepe nearly put in a great defensive play there for MWFC. It was Mark Proctor who saved the day. That was a great idea by Pepe. The chip shot over the goalie as he fights for the ball again, sends it out of bounds. But Mark Proctor, wearing number 9 tonight for MWFC, down here by our touch line here by the benches. Man, he just saved the day and saved another goal. It would have been 3-0 if he didn't get his right foot in there. And MWFC looking to build off that. They've never really had the momentum, like I said, but if they can get something going here and maybe penetrate this Vulcan press a little bit, it could loosen things up. But so far, not real lucky there. But another there they go, and it's a left-footed shot. It's blocked by Gustavo Gomez. Kevin Blackwood dropping back. PP on the defense, forcing MWFC to set it back up, and it gets right back to the Vulcans. Here comes PP. PP takes a shot, and it goes out of bounds. He had Kevin Blackwood in the middle. Would have been a very tough pass. He went with the right foot, tried to inside out it to the right side of the net, but it went a little bit wide. MWFC having trouble with a sub, but they get it underway. Get it good. We're ready to play more futsal. And also, another difference you might notice between soccer and futsal, the clock here at Goodyear Hall is counting down, and it's 20 minutes. 20 minutes of the halves, Kevin Blackwood nearly steals it back. And the ball stops every time the ball goes out of bounds. But, of course, like I mentioned, only 4 seconds to get the ball back in once you get the ball, of course, back to the position like you see here with MWFC going for the corner. But in soccer, you play 2 45-minute halves. You have stoppage time. Here, straight 20 minutes, stops every time the ball goes out of bounds. A nice play there by Sammy to get the ball back. Here come the Vulcans on the attack. Matemwa to the middle. Gets out of it. And the shot there by Luciano Gonzalez. Really never had a chance, but a nice counter attack there from the Akron Vulcans. It was Matemwa again getting the ball and streaking down the field. Just under 8 minutes to go here, first half of play. Vulcans leading 2-0. It was Franco Grigio putting the ball in the back of the net to get things going, and then an own goal from MWFC doubled that lead. And we've seen MWFC. This is what they've done the whole first half, is they just kick it out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick for the Vulcans. We have not seen that one yet here at Goodyear Hall. We've never seen something quite like that, but they possess it in their own half, and that's really where it ends. Corner kick for the Vulcans. It goes to Emma. Emma keeping the ball at his feet. Splits two defenders, puts it in. No. But the Vulcans can retain possession. Bad pass there by Emma. It's stolen by MWFC. They set it back up. Defensive play was made by Colin Adam, one of the starters tonight for the visitors. Ball out of bounds, ball back to the Vulcans. Kevin Blackwood, nice move, gets it onto his left foot. No, he does not actually. And the ball, once again, Mark Proctor. He's made a couple really nice plays here early for the visitors. And the nice strike there, just a little bit wide by Franco Grigio. He was looking for his second of the first half. Remember, in the first game here at Goodyear Hall against Columbus, it was Juan Pablo Emma, Pipi, with the brace. He had the first 2 goals of Akron Vulcan history, and he helped propel the Vulcans to their first home win of their history. And the ball's over the end line. It'll be a throw for Gustavo Gomez. Again, Goodyear Hall, the site here on the east side of Akron. Akron Vulcans futsal as they take on MWFC. 2 teams on the opposite end of the standings. The Vulcans first place in the east as they come down on the attack, and it looks like we're going to have a foul. It's going to go against the Vulcans. It's against Juan Pablo Emma. And that's the first foul of the half. Overall, the first foul of the half for the Vulcans. Clean game so far. The officials led by Brett Wilner in the middle. Really not much to do in terms of calling fouls, but we'll see if it gets a little more chippy as we go on. MWFC into the attacking half. Nice defensive play there. It's Emma with the ball. He's got runners on both sides. Here comes the Vulcans. Emma to Grigio. Back to Emma. Emma chips it. Emma hits the side netting. Couple good attempts for Juan Pablo Emma, but nothing to show for it so far. But you got to love how the Vulcans are breaking down this MWFC defense. And I mentioned earlier, they only have 3 subs, so if the Vulcans can continue to get up and down the field, they're really going to put a lot of pressure on these visiting guys from the Michigan, Detroit area. Shot! And it hit the side netting. That looked like it might have. MWFC, some of the players are saying it went in, but the officials disagree. But they get the ball right back. And that shot there, that was Mark Proctor again. The guy who's had some really good defensive plays, getting involved on the offense. Proctor seemed convinced that that ball went in. The officials and, well, pretty much everybody else disagreed. But the Vulcans still have a 0 in the scoring column. Here comes Kevin Blackwood. Keeps the ball in bounds momentarily, but then it goes across the end line. It'll be a throw-in for Zach Shook. As MWFC makes a substitution, Abdullah Zayla, who had the own goal early on, he enters in, and MWFC again letting the ball go out of bounds. We're going to have a timeout here on the floor. Nick Maletti calling one. The Vulcans using their first half timeout. Again, Ben Thomas with you here, VulcanFutsal.com. We're going to step out. We'll be back. You're watching Akron Vulcan Futsal at VulcanFutsal.com. Welcome back. Ben Thomas with you, VulcanFutsal.com. The Vulcans with a 2-0 lead, about 5:19 to go here in the first half. And, of course, it was Franco Grigio who got the Vulcans on the board. He hails from Buenos Aires, plays the ala position, one of the starters here for the Vulcans. His hobbies and interests outside of the game of futsal include going out with friends, being with his family. And if you're into video games, folks, I can confirm Franco Grigio is a PlayStation 4 guy. He enjoys playing his PS4 when he's away from the game. And he gets the ball at his feet right now as we begin play. Once again, the ball goes back to Gustavo Gomez for his goalie touch. Goalies can only touch the ball one time per possession outside of course, saving the ball. So now Gustavo is out of the frame. And here comes Kevin Blackwood. Blackwood with the right foot. Nice save, though, by Shook, the goalie. He controls it, and MWFC survives another Vulcan possession. Again, we're coming to you live from Goodyear Hall, one of the cornerstones of history here in Akron. The campus began in the early 1900s. It's gone through many renovations over the years as MWFC tries to save it, but they cannot. In 2015, though, the complete renovation that opened it up to the public as an event space and a training facility was underway. In addition to 10,000 square feet of available retail space, it also includes this 2,000 square foot gymnasium that the Vulcans call home for their 2020 campaign. And they're looking to add another goal to that campaign as they lead 2-0, looking to make it 3-0 as they come back on the attack. Franco Grigio was looking for Kevin Blackwood, but the pass found its way out of bounds. .355 to play here in the first half. Again, if you're just tuning in, if you missed the pregame show, if you missed the first part of the game, Otto Orff not with the team tonight. He's in Kansas City with the women's national team as they look for a third straight title. We want to wish Coach Orff and the ladies good luck. I know they have a watch party currently going on to keep track with the Akron Vulcans, so best of luck to everybody out in Kansas City. Bring home yet another title. Vulcans setting it up again. Michael Duhaney into the game. I believe this is his first action of the night as he's making a back post run, but Emma didn't see him, couldn't get it there. Franco Grigio setting things up for the Vulcans. Here comes Duhaney, and he gets the ball taken away. A nice defensive play there by DePoche for MWFC. And, folks, he's not on the score sheet tonight, but you got to love the way Kevin Blackwood has played at that pivot spot up top. He's pressing every time a player for MWFC near him gets the ball. He's pressuring as Emma gets the ball to Blackwood. Blackwood with some fancy footwork has a strike with the right foot, and it's in! We were giving him credit for doing everything but scoring. He's now done that as well. The right foot strike by Kevin Blackwood, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Akron Vulcans. Folks, he's had his opportunities. He's had his position in front of the net, and Kevin Blackwood on a nice right-footed strike finally puts one in the back of the net. The third goal for the Vulcans. And he just tucked that right behind Zach Shook, the goalie for MWFC. A really nice placed ball. But here come the visitors. But again, Kevin Blackwood, the man on the spot. Here comes Pepe. Pepe couldn't keep it in bounds, and it'll go back to MWFC. Again, MWFC 0-5 on the year now, minus 50 in the goal differential column. The Akron Vulcans, first place in the East, with 12 points currently, looking to make it 15. And, well, they're off to a great start when it comes to that goal. Ben Thomas with you, VulcanFutsal.com. MWFC, early on, they were able to possess the ball. lately they have not been able to possess the ball. And it's a great job by all 4 field players for the Vulcans, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to Kevin Blackwood, the man up top. Grigio wins the ball back for Akron. Dancing on the right wing. Keeps it in play, and fancy footwork. Here comes Kevin Blackwood. Blackwood, no! Blackwood back! Nice save there by Shook, the goalie. Oh, Kevin Blackwood almost had his second. And here come the visitors on the attack. And the ball is going to go back to Akron. Approaching the end of the first half, Kevin Blackwood makes it 3-0 for the Vulcans. Nearly added a second, it would have been 4-0. But a nice save there by the goalie, Zach Shook. Vulcans looking to add one more before the half. And right now, you just see him kind of possessing the ball. I'm sure if you're Nick Maletti down there on the sidelines, you're more than happy with a 3-0 lead. Obviously, you want to get goal number 4. But the Vulcans couldn't ask for a much better start with the 3-0 lead. As Pepe had to wrestle away from him, but it'll go out of bounds. Coming up at halftime, we're going to have a young game of futsal. Some youth teams are going to go out and play a 10-minute game. Looking forward to see that. We'll be back with you for the second half between the Akron Vulcans and MWFC. Fancy footwear there from Blackwood. He thought he got a foul, but the officials disagreed. The ball goes harmlessly out of bounds back to Akron. About 40 seconds left to go here in the first half. Vulcans leading 3-0. Ben Thomas with you here, VulcanFutsal.com. As we see the Vulcans slowly walking the ball up the court. Time ticking away. It almost seems like they have the basketball philosophy where you want the last shot. Again, different rules here in futsal. When that clock hits 0, the half is over. As Grigio finds Kevin Blackwood. Blackwood with the ball. Blackwood, he just mishit it a little bit. The Vulcans are going to get it back, though. Grigio keeps the ball. About 6 seconds left. MWFC, they get it back. Fight for the ball. And we're going to have a foul called. Horn goes off, but I believe they're going to put more time on the clock. The official here at the scores table communicating with the scoreboard operator. And it looks like they're going to put 2 seconds left on the clock as David DePoche stands over the ball. Pepe forming the one-man wall. Strike by DePoche, saved by Gustavo, but put back by the goalie. Shook is no good, and that's going to do it here for the first half. Gustavo Gomez pitches the first half shutout. Franco Grigio with the goal, Kevin Blackwood with the goal, an own goal by Abdul Azela, and we have our 3-0 lead for the Akron Vulcans. And if you're Nick Maletti, you couldn't ask for a much better start. Great defensive play. Kevin Blackwood arguing with the officials here at the half. He was not very happy he didn't get a call in the last possession for the Vulcans. Some of his teammates now walking him back to the locker room as they head back there to regroup. But again, 3-0 in favor of Akron. Couldn't ask for a much better start. We're going to go ahead and step out. It's Ben Thomas with you. You're watching Akron Vulcan Futsal here at VulcanFutsal.com.
Esports are here to stay. Go to jazzsports.ag, log into your account, and look for our new esports section on the top of your screen. Browse through all the different available matches and watch them live with our exclusive esports betting platform. Get instant access to game results, pending and graded bet reports, outright bet types, and upcoming match schedules, all at the easy reach of your fingertips. Jazz Sports puts you in the game.
Drink Aid, ready for distribution worldwide.
City coaching his girls team to a possible third national championship in a row. So let's welcome and give the best to Otto and the girls in Kansas City, Kansas tonight, going for their third straight national championship.
Esports are here to stay. Go to jazzsports.ag, log into your account, and look for our new esports section on the top of your screen. Browse through all the different available matches and watch them live with our exclusive esports betting platform. Get instant access to game results, pending and graded bet reports, outright bet types, and upcoming match schedules, all at the easy reach of your fingertips. Jazz Sports puts you in the game.
And welcome back to Goodyear Hall here on the east side of Akron. Ben Thomas with you here at VulcanFutsal.com. The Vulcans with a 3-0 lead here at halftime as we get ready to start the second half. Midwest Futsal Club will start the ball in the second half as Mark Proctor gets ready to get things underway. Same starting five here in the second half as the first for the Vulcans. It'll be Grigio, Emma, Gonzalez, Blackwood, and of course Gustavo Gomez in the goal. But we saw the Vulcans get it going early. Franco Grigio with a left-footed strike into the back of the net. An own goal then followed as the Vulcans took a 2-0 lead, and then it was Kevin Blackwood, who had been close all first half. He found the back of the net to give the Vulcans that third goal. Vulcans implying a 3-1 formation, and MWFC gets the ball to start. Again, if you're just tuning in, two teams at the opposite ends of the spectrum in the East Division of the NFPL. The Vulcans with 12 points at the top of the East Division, MWFC with 0 points at the bottom. But they look to get the second half going, and it's a nice shot there by Proctor, but it sails high. No real threat to Gustavo Gomez, who will get a goal throw here. He rolls it to the feet of Grigio, and the Vulcans are back on the attack. Again, 13 games, that's how many you get here in the NFPL. The Vulcans doing their job so far, doing exactly what you'd want. 4-1, 12 points, top of the table. Looking at another 3 here tonight. Again, we come to you from Goodyear Hall here on the east side of Akron, a multi-purpose building, one of the cornerstones of the history of the city of Akron and the developing history of the Akron Vulcans. Grigio with a shot to no avail. No threat to Shook. Shook will get the ball in his hands, roll it out, and when the MWFC attack continues. Really nice crowd. And I want to give the Vulcan fans some credit. You know, the first game is MWFC turns it back over. The first game, you're always going to have a real nice crowd, people excited, for something new. To have the crowd come back in the second game, that means they're excited about what they saw. And fans, if you want to come out to a game, your next opportunity comes next Saturday, the 22nd. Vulcans will be right back here. Goodyear Hall, and nearly put in by Emma. He couldn't quite control it. Shook starts the attack, but it goes right back out of bounds. But again, you have your next opportunity against Candace coming up next Saturday night, another 8 o'clock kick here at Goodyear Hall on the east side of Akron. Another nice defensive play by Emma. Here comes Blackwood. Blackwood makes 2 defenders fall. Look at Kevin Blackwood. Kevin Blackwood. They guessed wrong, and he made him play his second goal of the contest. My goodness, what a play by Blackwood. Wow, that was insane. We've seen Kevin Blackwood all night be in very threatening positions. Early on, he couldn't quite get it into the back of the net. The own goal was targeted to him via the pass. But Kevin Blackwood, here in the latter part of the first half and here to start the second half, has been automatic. And what foot skills and discipline and control to make a defender and Shook the goalie just fall to the ground. Kevin Blackwood doing it all for the Vulcans tonight. Pepe doing it all as well. He gets the ball off the pass, and it's a little bit high and outside. He put a strong right foot on it, but it goes out of bounds. MWFC trying to get something going. Nothing has come easy for them tonight. And I think a lot of that has to do with how the Vulcans have came out and attacked that pressing style, really making them make mistakes. Of course, Kevin Blackwood now with 2 goals. Fun fact about Kevin, his favorite TV show is One Tree Hill. Of course, the famous show on Netflix, so that's what Kevin enjoys watching. He also likes playing video games and listening to music. And when he's here at Goodyear Hall, he likes scoring goals as well. Again, if you're just tuning in, Otto Orff not with the team. Here comes Juan Pablo Emma, but he turns it back over. Otto Orff in Kansas City with the ladies' national futsal team looking for their third straight title. So best of luck to Coach Orff watching in Kansas City. As here comes MWFC. Proctor got it to his head but could not control it. It goes over the end line. It'll be a goal throw for Gustavo Gomez. So Nick Maletti getting the call, the assistant coach, now the head coach tonight for this contest. Brings 22 years of experience for him. He works with the goalies mainly when Coach Orff is here, but does a lot of other stuff as well. Here comes Grigio on the attack. It goes over the end line, and it'll be a corner kick. No. And it's going to be a foul call. Our first foul the second half. It goes against MWFC, and the Vulcans will get a free kick here in a very threatening position. And really, when you have Kevin Blackwood looming around the net, it's always a threatening position. Grigio to take. Back to Grigio. Couldn't quite control it, but he gets it to Emma. Emma looking for some space. Wrestle for the ball. Emma gets it back. No one home, but a nice effort there from PP. Here comes MWFC on the counterattack, and a nice play by Gustavo Gomez. He keeps it out of the goal. Real nice pass there from number 10, Depoche, but Gustavo Gomez was all over it, and really that's probably the best threat that MWFC has had. But again, Gustavo Gomez coming up big for the Vulcans. And you hear the Vulcan fans being loud up in the upper deck, trying to propel their team to their fifth win, a total of 15 points on the season. Blackwood has it in the corner, keeps the ball in bounds. Not much he could do there, and Shook was ready for it. And I got to think, folks, if you're MWFC, 4-0, this is really the game here. You got to find a way to get the next goal and keep the Vulcans as the pass from Blackwood intended for PP goes out of bounds. You got to find a way to get that next goal and get it quickly. As I talked about earlier, the game of futsal is a fast-paced game. And I know the clock stops every time the ball goes out of bounds, but you got to get it back in quickly. And the clock keeps moving. Really, MWFC, who is still looking for their first points of the year, they're really running out of time here against the Vulcans. And Grigio gets in front of a nice pass there. Grigio dancing on the right wing. Takes a left-footed strike. No good. Cleared by MWFC. Right to the foot, though, of Gonzalez. And now it's PP setting up. Here comes Gonzalez on the left wing. Looking to make a move. Gonzalez right foot and just a little bit wide. No real threat for Shook, but another nice setup there and another nice shot attempt for the Vulcans as Sammy Latemwa, the captain tonight for the Vulcans, coming off that bench, enters the game. Sammy, of course, wearing that captain's band tonight, one of the leaders on this team. Got to meet Sammy right before the opener here at Goodyear Hall. Got to talk to him again today. Real nice guy. Plays real hard, real fast, and I'm sure if you ask Coach Orff and Nick Maletti, they would always take a guy like Sammy on their team, and I'm sure they're glad to have Sammy on their team as he plays on the wing here to the bottom of your screen, excuse me, the top of your screen. As we have about 14-15 left to go here in the second half. Vulcans controlling this game, and really every aspect you shake. 4-0, great defense, great offense, great schemes, great discipline. They've had MWFC guessing pretty much all night. But here comes MWFC on the attack. The advantage is played. The ball goes over the end line. And it's going to be a throw for Gustavo Gomez. Ivan Panergo checking back in for MWFC. Blackwood gets it onto the left wing. Here comes Grigio. Grigio, left foot, nice save by Shook. He tried to hit the bottom right corner, Grigio was looking for his second, but a nice play by Shook to keep it out. But the Vulcans get the ball right back. Grigio with another strike. Blackwood in there. Blackwood trying to win it back. But MWFC is able to clear, and now here they come on the counter. Pulling it back out. And now they control. And folks, we talked about this last home game against Columbus. There were more futsal games going on before this at the youth level. A big thanks and a big tip of the cap to all of our workers here, our volunteers. If you see them on your screen, they're wearing their yellow staff shirts. They did a great job flipping this arena, getting it set up for this game, doing it quickly and effectively. So a shout out to all those people who helped us get ready to go here at Goodyear Hall. And the Vulcans, they stayed ready, they got ready, and they've been ready all night. MWFC, again, just can't control the ball very well tonight. You got to give a lot of credit to the Vulcans for their pressing, but really tough for the visitors from Michigan tonight. Blackwood with the ball at the top of the penalty area. Blackwood controlling. Blackwood shooting. Shook got a foot to it. No, they're going to say it didn't hit him. And we're going to have a timeout for MWFC. Again, you get timeouts here, one per half per team here in the game of futsal. And MWFC, I think it's a good timeout for MWFC. They can feel that Akron is close to adding that fifth goal. And you're already fighting an uphill battle. You can't let them get any more ahead than they already are. Or you don't have a great chance to come back now. And there you heard one of our in-arena hosts, Griff Allen, pointing out that Otto Orff, like we mentioned earlier out there in Kansas City, tip of the cap to Coach Orff and all of his players watching the game tonight. I hope you're enjoying the broadcast. I know you're enjoying the score as it's 4-0 in favor of Coach Orff's guys. But best of luck to you and your team, Coach, out there in Kansas City. Timeout's over. We're getting ready to get back underway. Shook will have the ball in his hands as MWFC possesses here with about 12 and some change left in the first half. Shook look for the long ball, drops it off short to Proctor, and we're back underway here at Goodyear Hall. In Coach Orff's absence, it'll be Nick Maletti.
Also be sure to stay after the game.
In charge of the Vulcans tonight, the assistant. Tonight he's the head coach, and he's looking to pick up a win tonight. Proctor with the ball here on the wing, kicks it back out. MWFC will set up. Again, MWFC just struggling to get anything going here in the second half. They had their moments in the first half. They had a couple shots on goal. Gustavo made a couple really nice saves. Here comes Sammy, though. Sammy back the other way after the steal. Sammy scores! Sammy Matemwa donning the captain's armband tonight. He gives the Vulcans their fifth goal. He went coast to coast off the steal, got it to his left foot, showed patience, and showed skill as he put it in the back of the net. 5-0, the Vulcans lead here at Goodyear Hall. And that's the thing about Sammy, folks. We talked about the leadership that he brings. Obviously, Coach Orff and Coach Maletti think enough of him to give him the armband representing the captainship, but he can play, too. Real nice steal there, and he never looked back. He got Shook guessing, and in Shook's defense, he's not going to win too many of those. And Sammy put it right to the back of the net, 5-0 in favor of the Vulcans. And that was the punch you couldn't take if you're MWFC. They've struggled to get the ball into the attacking half all night, and now they sit 5 down. And I'm not going to jinx anything. I believe in the broadcaster's jinx, but I'll say that the Vulcans are looking pretty good here midway through the second half. Another nice defensive play by Sammy, controlling the ball. Nice defensive play there by Abdul Isela, but it goes out of bounds. Grigio, Blackwood, and now Sammy all scoring for the Vulcans, the own goal as well. Blackwood with 2 so far. Vulcans looking to add another one. They wanted a foul call. The refs disagreed. That was Ahmed Deb there on the attack, and Shook gets it out for a throw. Deb with a shot, but it's saved nicely by Shook. I'll give Shook a lot of credit. He's played a pretty good game tonight. He's had his down moments, but overall, he's been put in some really tough positions. He's made some really nice saves. I feel like he's held his own, though. They just, when you continue to pepper the goal with shots like the Vulcans have, eventually some of them are going to find the back of the net. It doesn't help when, like we saw in the first half, your teammate adds in an own goal. So I think Shook's played pretty well tonight, but not as well as he might hope. Here comes MWFC on the attack, possessing the ball again. Proctor to Adam. Adam dancing. Again, we play 2 20-minute halves here in futsal. Another nice play there by Motemwa. Knocks it out of bounds. 2 20-minute halves. Clock stops whenever the ball goes out of bounds. We will not have stoppage time like you see in the game of soccer. But the Vulcans looking to add to their goal differential on the season. Motemwa into the attack. He was looking for a Deb, but he found Shook the goalie. But once again, we see the Vulcans get the ball right back. And Grigio will control, and it's going to be a sub. And back on comes Luciano Gonzalez. And as you see, they got to the sub area, made the sub. Here comes Gonzalez, though. Gonzalez with the shot. Gonzalez with the goal. Luciano Gonzalez, as quickly as he appeared, is as quickly as he added another one into the scoring column for the Akron Vulcans. It's now 6-0 in favor of the good guys. And I said earlier, I believe in the broadcaster's jinx, but I don't think there'll be a jinx tonight. The Vulcans looking pretty here tonight as they add their 6 goals. 6-0 in favor of the Vulcans. Again, folks, Luciano Gonzalez, we saw him sub in at the substitution area. He just took the ball down and shot it. Found the back of the net. A nice play there by number 23. Gonzalez again with a shot, but it's poked away by Shook. Six nothing in favor of the good guys. Ben Thomas with you here, VulcanFutsal.com. Thanks to our friends at 12 Ounce Sports, doing a great job tonight behind the scenes. Quite frankly, making me look good, and I appreciate that. MWFC with the steal. Vulcans trying to get it right back. They do. But Temwa possesses the ball. He gets it to Gonzalez, who gives it back. Right around 8 minutes to play here, second half. Goodyear Hall on the east side of Akron. We gave you some of the history of Goodyear Hall earlier, and the Akron Vulcans adding to their history so far. Here come the Vulcans, though. It's a Deb looking to win the ball back. Nice defensive play, though, and good positioning by Depoche as the ball sails out of bounds. Again, we haven't seen many fouls here tonight. I believe we've only had 2 overall, 1 by each team. You do have foul accumulations, the second penalty spot. Here comes MWC. Nice save, though, by Gustavo. Not really a save, just poking it out of there, coming off of his line and making the nice kick away. But a real clean game by both of these teams so far tonight. And I'm sure, really, if you're both teams, but especially if you're the Vulcans, you want to keep it a clean game. You want to, get some different guys, some different looks. And speaking of different guys getting different looks, we are going to see a goalie change. It's Tim Gazelle, number 00, coming in from LaGrange, Ohio. And as you hear the public address announcer, Tim Tima, saying is, Adeb nearly had a good shot on goal, but he kicked it away. You got to give a lot of credit to Gustavo Gomez tonight. He wasn't challenged a whole lot, but when he was, he made some really nice saves. We just saw that last one there where he came off of his line to make a real nice play. You got to give a tip of the cap to Gustavo tonight, but we'll see what Tim Gazelle has as he enters the goal. Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the shot. Ooh, nearly snuck it into the bottom right corner. I believe they're going to say Shook got a piece of it. But he nearly found the goal yet again. And I know he started, but once Luciano Gonzalez came back into this game here in the second half, he's been firing away. He found it the first time. He nearly, and folks, the closeness of that to being a goal from my angle was unbelievably close. But yet to no avail. Ball goes out of bounds, and the Vulcans will retain. Again, we'll be back here next Saturday, 8 o'clock kick versus Candace, February 22nd. We'd love to see you out here at Goodyear Hall. And if you're coming for the first time, you're going to be introduced to some loud fans because these fans have been loud and passionate tonight, and we hope that you'll join the party. Next Saturday, 8 o'clock, as the Vulcans take on Candace. Ahmed fighting for position. Gets the shot off. No, cleared by MWFC, but it goes right back to Luciano Gonzalez. Gonzalez fighting for positioning, and we're going to have a foul called. Second foul of the half for MWFC. That one was on Costa Wells. Vulcans on the attack. Nice save there by Shook. Could he get it again? No, he cannot. Lucas Bulio. And folks, the route is on. The Vulcans lead 7-0. And they look to be adding another 3 points to their total on the season. And folks, give the Vulcans credit. They did not rest on their laurels here in the second half with their 3-0 lead at the half. Nice shot and attempt there, though, by Colin Adams. Sails over the goal, and Tim Gazelle will have the ball for a throw. But the Vulcans came out with a purpose in the second half just like they did in the first half, and they've been absolutely pouring it on here. As I mentioned earlier, Gazelle ended the game in the goal as he's tested there, but it goes out of bounds. It'll be a corner kick from LaGrange, Ohio. He played at Malone College down in the Canton area from 2009 to 2013. He started for 2 years, 2-year letter winner, as he makes a nice play there. He enjoys weightlifting and heavy metal. His favorite musical artist, Enter Sandman themselves. He's a fan of Metallica. And just like the guy in baseball who came in to Enter Sandman, Mariano Rivera, Tim looking to close the game here, if you'll say, for the Vulcans. But MWFC, they're looking to, end this game with some momentum. They have a chance to do that here. Gazelle out of his area, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on the Vulcans, and another dangerous free kick here. A little closer than we saw at the tail end of the first half, but MWFC is going to get a shot at this.
Foul against Akron, dangerous kick from Midwest.
Gazelle looking to preserve the shutout. This free kick will be taken just outside of the penalty area. I believe it's Costa Wells over. Nice save there, though, by the wall as it hits the upper netting. And Tim Gazel keeps it out. But MWFC will retain. Giesel into the game. Gustavo Gomez did a great job tonight for the Vulcans. Now Giesel looking to end things here at Goodyear Hall. About 4:20 left to go in the second half. Route is on 7-0 in favor of the Vulcans. Nick Maletti at the helm tonight looking to come away with 3 points heading into next week's matchup against Candace. 8 o'clock, we'll be right back here at Goodyear Hall. And we'd absolutely love to see you here. And another foul is going to be called. That one on Michael Duhaney, one of the substitutes here in the second half. Virtually the same spot the last one was in. This one a little bit more outward, but another dangerous position, and Giesel's going to have to try to keep this one out of the net as well. Panergo kicks it to the other side. A shot on, and it's off of Gonzalez. Sails out of bounds. That was Davida De Poche on the shot. But a nice play by the Vulcan defense. MWFC looking for their first goal tonight, looking to end this game with a little bit of momentum as they head into their next contest. Back heel flick to no avail. They get it right back. De Poche dancing. Ball taken away by the Vulcans. Here they come the other way. Deb trying to save. He will not, and it goes back over to the visitors. A great effort on the counterattack, though. Lucas got it going. Deb tried to keep it in. 3 minutes left. You got to imagine the Vulcans at some point when they get the ball back, as we see Blackwood back in, PP back in, Gonzalez staying in. Nice play there by Duhaney. We got to think the Vulcans will start to try to milk some of this clock and get to the finish line as they hold the 7-0 lead. And right there you see it. They get the ball back on the touchline for a kick. Giesel out of his goal. Drops it off to Gonzalez. Pepe couldn't control it. Here comes MWFC. Ball deflects off of Gonzalez. The shot attempt was by Parengo. But it's going to be another corner kick as we see Franco Grillo coming back in. So Nick Maletti not resting on his laurels. He's getting his starters back in there. He wants to finish this thing on a high note. But it's been nothing but high notes so far as we see the goalie, Zach Shook, coming out. He's going to look to get into the attack here pretty soon. Again, your goalie can come out on the attack. Emma finds Gonzalez. Back to Pepe. Pepe with a shot. Pepe over the crossbar. Real nice give and go between Pepe and Gonzalez. But the shot just a little bit high. Again, Nick Maletti filling in for head coach Otto Orff tonight. Coach Orff in Kansas City. Best of luck, Coach, to you and your team. Appreciate you watching the broadcast tonight at VulcanFutsal.com. MWFC, though, just can't keep possession. The Vulcans looking to end this thing. They're not resting, like I said, but you can tell they've kind of taken it off a little bit off the gas, but they're still looking at another goal, and they have a shot right here. Gonzalez running down the right wing. Here comes Gonzalez. Gonzalez with the shot. Nice save by Zach Shook, and it's going to result in a corner for the Vulcans. Kevin Blackwood will take it. Sends it in. Nice defense, though, by MWFC. Here they come on the counterattack. Shots in. Nice save by Giesel, though. Tim Giesel, fresh into the game with his second save. The first came off a free kick. Here comes Kevin Blackwood. Blackwood gives it up to Grigio, and Franco finds the back of the net. They caught MWFC out. And Zach Shook had no chance. A beautiful pass, a beautiful finish, and it's Franco Grigio getting in on the action again. And folks, I'll say it now, Another 3 points coming the Akron Vulcans' way. And they're looking to add more. Emma nearly got the ball back. Here comes MWFC. And I'm sure if you're Nick Maletti, and especially if you're Gustavo Gomez and Tim Giesel, you want this score at least on one side to remain the same. Again, I believe in the jinx, so I won't say it, but you can pick up what I'm putting down there. Vulcans controlling the ball. Little over a minute to play here in the second half. Just a great team effort tonight by Akron. Everybody getting involved, everybody doing their job. As Gonzalez, another shot. Ooh, nearly found the top of the net, but it sails over the crossbar. Shook will take the throw. But everybody just doing their job. Whether it was Kevin Blackwood pressing high, Luciano Gonzalez and Franco Grigio kind of doing a little bit of everything. Pepe with his fingerprints all over. Pepe putting it in, and you knew it wouldn't go to 0-0 without that guy getting involved. Juan Pablo Emma got the ball to his right foot and ended it with a bang. 9-0 Vulcans as they head towards their 5th win of the season. And folks, when you look at the standings, obviously the Vulcans looking to win the East Division. This goal differential they're developing in this game, it might not seem like a big deal now, but as they continue to try to win their division, it could be a huge thing later on in the season. And there's a nice save by Giesel. What a save by the goalie. Back comes MWFC. Giesel again! Tim Giesel with another save. Here comes Blackwood. Kevin Blackwood couldn't control it. It's a corner kick. But oh my word, Tim Giesel. Are you serious? Oh my, I can't get over Tim Giesel. Here comes Emma the other way. Juan Pablo, Blackwood, Emma! Did it go in? It did! Juan Pablo Emma! There's no taking your foot off the gas at Goodyear Hall tonight. 10-0 the Vulcans lead. What a give and go between Pepe and Blackwood. You can't write it better, folks. What an effort tonight from Akron. Everybody getting involved. The horn sounds. The points are on the board. 15 total. The Akron Vulcans blowing MWFC out, and it looks like the officials are going to put 1 second back on the clock. Now the game is over. The Vulcans win 10-0. Their 5th win on the campaign. 15 points. They continue their lead at the top of the East Division. And you got to give a lot, just like Tim Team is saying over the PA. Gustavo Gomez and Tim Giesel pitching the shutout. And Tim Giesel, folks, those last couple saves, he put the exclamation point on it. What a job by both goalies. What a job by everybody on the Akron Vulcans tonight. To win is one thing. To dominate is another, and the Vulcans absolutely dominated tonight. Again, they'll be back in action next Saturday, 1 week from tonight, 8 o'clock kick as they take on Candace. We'll have the call for you right here at Vulcans.com. I'm Ben Thomas saying so long, folks. We'll see you next week. Hope you join the action here at Goodyear Hall, and tune in on VulcanFutsal.com. One last thanks to our friends at 12 Ounce Sports. We'll see you next week as the Vulcans take on Candace.